Hello and welcome to this new video. Today I want to talk to you about something a little different from usual. I want to talk to you about the Revolut app, as you may have seen from the title. Now, on YouTube, you can find dozens of reviews. On Google, you find dozens of posts, hundreds even. So, first of all, for those who don't know what Revolut is a bank with more than 2 million customers, and it's also available in Italy. And this is a very good thing because it's possible to have an Italian IBAN. Right now, Revolut has a Lithuanian IBAN. You should know, in case you do not already, that for any IBAN in Europe, whether you want to send money or someone wants to send money to you, it does not matter if it is Italian, Spanish, French, etc., because the cost ranges from 0 to 1 euro. So, the issue with the IBAN is resolved. Basically, the problem with the IBAN is just imaginary. However, Revolut is highly technological, and that's exactly why I want to talk about it. After all, this channel is about technology. I'm well aware, myself included, that when it comes to money, people's feelings get involved, so I'll try to tell you and show you as much as possible about this app, how it works, and so on. Let's take a quick look at Revolut. This is the website, as you can see, which is revolut.com/it-it. But you can just type Revolut Italia and you'll find it. Here you only see the website, which shows you the app, how much you can save, and so on. The security, the Revolut cards, which I'll talk about in a moment, but more important is the app itself, splitting expenses, which I'll show you later, and sending money worldwide, stocks, crypto, commodities, because you can also do trading. I'll tell you something about trading later. So the card plans are Standard, Plus, Premium, Metal, and Ultra. Obviously, the Standard one is free, so you don't have to pay anything. It's a free European account, and you get customer support via the app. And remember, Revolut will never call you. The support is exclusively through the Revolut application. So if someone calls you claiming to be Revolut or you get an SMS from Revolut, it's all fake. Revolut contacts you only and exclusively through their app. I want to make this very clear because it's easy for people to fall for scams, and honestly, we want to avoid scams. With the standard plan, you have a withdrawal limit of 200 euros per month or 5 withdrawals per month, 0.4% cashback. And then you have currency exchange with no extra fees from Monday to Friday, up to 1,000 euros per month, 3% cashback on accommodation, and so on. These are the trading commissions for stocks. Then there's the Plus plan, which costs 3.99 euros per month and has priority support via the app. Same withdrawal limits, and you can have 2 accounts, for example, one for you and one for your son or daughter. Then you have a currency exchange limit of 3,000 euros per month, and so on. From Premium to Ultra, obviously there are plans from 10 euros per month that offer other very interesting things, which I'll show you from the app. I have the standard plan, but honestly, I'm starting to think about switching to Premium with the Premium card, which is 10 euros per month, 9.99 euros. You save on international transfer fees, meaning transfers to America, Australia, basically all countries outside Europe, because within the SEPA area, so Europe, transfers cost 1 euro. Then you have a withdrawal limit of 400 euros per month. That is, you can withdraw up to 1,000, but up to 400 euros, you don't pay ATM fees. After 400 euros, you pay fees on withdrawals, but honestly, if you use the card, you never really withdraw cash. You get 0.6% cash back, 2 accounts. 2 accounts and a co-parent, discounted access to airport lounges. Then you have currency exchange with no extra fees from Monday to Friday with no limit, 5% cashback on accommodation, global medical insurance included in the premium plan. So when you're on vacation, you and your family are covered. Even if you don't get insurance through an agency or buy it separately, you're covered by Revolut. Then you have insurance for winter sports. I looked into what exactly they meant by winter sports. I know what winter sports are, but I checked what they meant, for example, skiing and all those activities that require insurance. There's also insurance for lost, damaged, or delayed luggage or flights. And then buying and selling, but we'll look at that later. Then you have the metal plan, which includes everything from the premium plan, but in addition you get cashback on all card payments, priority support. Well, that's the same 40% discount on international transfers, which I mentioned a moment ago, a limit of €800 per month for fee-free withdrawals, inclusive partner subscriptions, for example, apps like NordVPN, etc. You get discounts, daily insurance, so you can sleep soundly, thanks to our most comprehensive coverage for everyday purchases. Terms and conditions apply. Basically, if you buy a phone and it breaks, it's insured. Everything you buy with the card is automatically insured. In theory, if you buy a car with the card, even the car is insured. Then you have 0.8% cashback, 5 accounts and a co-parent, discounted access to airport lounges, no limit on currency exchange, cashback on accommodation up to 10%, global medical insurance, car rental excess insurance. So, for example, when you rent a car at the airport, you already have the rental company's excess, but they also give you this extra coverage included in your metal plan, which costs €16 a month. Again, insurance for winter sports, insurance for lost, damaged or delayed luggage or flights, and finally, we have the Ultra plan. Ultra is, of course, platinum plated, a platinum plated card. So just look at it. It's already a business card in itself. Anyway, priority and callback request. In this case, you send them a message and they call you back. And remember, please pay close attention. Revolut will never call you and will only contact you through their app. This is very, very important to avoid being scammed. Then you have free commissions on international transfers and you can withdraw up to €2,000 in cash for free. Then you have exclusive subscriptions, which are only available to select members, daily insurance that covers you every single day, Revolut Pro for advanced financial management, 1.2% cashback on all eligible purchases, then up to 5 separate accounts for better money organization, access to airport lounges worldwide, no limit, free withdrawals at ATMs, no limit, and then coverage for trip and event cancellations, unlimited currency exchange with no hidden fees, 10% cashback on accommodation bookings. And just like before, you have medical insurance for emergencies, excess insurance for additional protection, winter sports insurance for skiing and snowboarding, baggage insurance for lost or delayed luggage, and in addition, you have personal liability insurance for unforeseen incidents. What is this? For example, let's say you go on vacation and something happens. Well, with Ultra, you're insured up to £1 million. Why £1 million? €1 million? Here on the website, it shows £1 million. Why is that? Because Revolut was originally founded in the UK. Then when England left Europe, they moved to Lithuania. But most likely they haven't updated it. In any case, it's €1 million or whatever you prefer. Now let's take a look at the app for a moment, because the app is really cool and deserves a lot of attention. Okay, this is the application. When you open it, up at the top left, we have all our settings, including IBAN and so on, and that's fine. My main application is in English, but you can set it to any language you want. So the main is the primary account, which is in euros. Then here we have the latest expenses made or money received. Then here we have the widget. The widget is, well, a widget that in this case shows me how much money I've spent during the month, because I've set a budget where I say I want to spend this much at most in a month. If I go into overspending, so if I've spent more, it notifies me. And in any case, whether I've spent more or stayed within the budget, it gives me all the graphs. Then here we have upcoming payments, which might be the DSL, the car payment, the rent, etc. Then this is the total of the wallet, meaning all the money I have, and on savings, which I'll show you is really impressive compared to Revolut's savings account. Then investing, here if you want to invest in some stocks or commodities or crypto, the cash, how much money is available, and then at the bottom, crypto, if you've bought any crypto. Now let's take a look at savings for a moment. Savings, also called the flexible account, currently shows an annual interest rate of 2.98%, but during the week, on different days, it can vary. Sometimes it even reaches 3.05. If you click on it here, you can see that, for example, today at 10 o'clock, I received some money from the savings account precisely because you get paid interest every day. Then scrolling down here, it also tells you how much during the month you've earned in interest. Then under investing, we have in this case the total portfolio. That is how much I've invested and how much the stocks or the stock I've bought are yielding. Here too, if you want to close the the transaction, you simply sell it and they give you the money and that's it. Then we have payment. So payments. Here we have everyone who has sent us money or we've sent money to or we've requested money from, because there's also the split bill feature. For example, how many times has it happened that you go to a restaurant and there are 5 of you and you have to pay for 5, right? So what do I usually do, or my friends with Revolut? I pay, don't worry, I'll pay for everyone. Then once I see that the transaction has been credited or debited, I use the split bill feature and divide it by 5 and I send the request via Revolut to the other 4 people. So then they just send me the money. Simple as that. Then we have lifestyle, and when you pay with Revolut, you earn points. In my case, I have 1,300 points, something like that. Anyway, travel tells me 1,372 points, for example. I don't know, let's check out lounges. Let's look at Valletta, Malta. Here it is, Valletta here, and here's the airport lounge, where with points, of course, they can give me a discount if I don't have the premium, metal or ultra cards. Then still for travel, for example, stay, so hotels. Let's do Dubai since it suggested it, from July 12th to 19th, perfect, we like that. For example, in this case, it tells me I can pay with 1,372 points plus 510 euros. So, okay, choose the room. We like this one. Yes, okay. And here it tells me, see, 27 euros off. So it takes off 27 euros, which are the 1,372 points. So my total to pay now is 474 euros to stay in Dubai. So this is how Revolut works basically. Then you can have more than one account. If you have more than one account, because with Revolut you can have more than one wallet. Let's say you go to the United States and you need to spend dollars. In this case, these are the Dubai dirhams, then here are the dollars. So if I convert euros and put them in the dollar wallet, when I go to America, I pay with the card as if I were paying in dollars. I mean, I pay directly in dollars. The exchange transactions are really favorable. They're really good. Now in the description, you'll find the link if you want to sign up for Revolut. Registration is free and you can get the card, which is optional. Honestly, I have the card and I recommend it to you as well, for the simple reason that if you pay with your phone or your watch, and by some misfortune your phone runs out of battery or your watch isn't connected to the internet, like with the Apple Watch, you can't pay, and that could be a problem. So in my opinion, having the physical card is even better if you have it. Anyway, in the description you'll find the link, and if you want, you can sign up. Revolut will recognize me with something thanks to your registration. I won't get rich, but it will help me little by little to improve my YouTube channel. Anyway, whether you want to sign up with the link in the description or not, you can easily do it from the Revolut website. Even with the link in the description, you go to the Revolut site, but with the link in the description, it uses my reference. If you go directly to the Revolut site, the reference doesn't go to anyone, it goes straight to Revolut. For you, nothing changes, but for people who make videos like me, it's a big help. However, whether you want to do it or not, Revolut is free, the account activation, the whole app, everything is free. You can pay with your phone, you can pay with your watch, even the Apple Watch, even if there's no signal, so no internet, you can still pay. I do recommend, though, the physical card, the standard one, if you don't want to for now, which honestly makes sense because you should try the standard one first, so it costs nothing. To also keep the physical card precisely because if you ever need it for any reason, or if you need to withdraw cash, in short, it can come in handy. And as for fees, when you pay, there are no fees. Simple as that. I pay €1 and it's €1, period. There are no fees. 0.00001. No, you just pay that. The account maintenance fee is 0. You don't have, like with banks in Italy, for example, where they ask you for 30 or 40 euros a year, or even per month, and you never really know why. Plus, for Italy with Revolut, you can download documents from your account. You can download them for the IC, I think it's called IC, to present for the IC and get benefits. That said, let me know if you're also a Revolut customer and how you find it. Revolut support is available 24/7, so whether you have the standard account or the Ultra, well, the Ultra is a bit more Ultra, they always respond to you through the app. Let me remind you, only through the app and only and exclusively through the Revolut application. For everything else, don't trust anyone, absolutely no one. If someone calls you, just say only Revolut, only the head of Revolut should contact me. But honestly, don't believe it. However, the support is always available and works well. I've been with Revolut for 5 or 6 years, and I think I've contacted support 3 or 4 times. The last time was just a few days ago because I needed to ask for some information about an investment. They respond accurately, promptly, and so on. That said, let me know if you're a Revolut customer, how you find it, and I'll see you in the next video. See you soon, bye.